Hello, my fellow book lovers. Eric Were here. Welcome to the first review of the LifeVersity library. And in this review, we are going to tackle the first book of the first week of January 2021. And from the introductory audio from the groups, that is WhatsApp, Telegram, and email, you are aware that our first book for the week is The Leader Who Had No Title by Robin Sharma. I will review this book in a single video, but from now henceforth I will be reviewing on a daily basis. So the lessons I gather from whichever book we are reading, like for the second week of January, we will be going through the 360 Degrees Leader by John C. Maxwell. As you can see in the screen, I will be reviewing on a daily basis. But for this single video, we are going to go through in one video of about 10 minutes so that you can absorb the lessons of that book in one single video. But as of next week going forward, we'll start reviewing on a daily basis. So every day I will be able to share with you the lessons I gather from whichever book we'll be reading. And our second book on the line, that is the 360 Degrees Leader, I will be able to review on a daily basis, so that if I'm reading 10 pages in a day, I share with you the lessons of that day. And if I'm reading 30 pages in a day, I'll be able to share with you the lessons from the 30 pages. If I'm reading 70 pages on that day, I'll be able to share with you a summary of the lessons I gathered in those 70 pages on that day, so that you can get as much as possible. It is a little bit challenging to review a single book in less than 17 minutes, and that is why I had to break the reviews down into portions, daily portions. So every time I read like 10 pages for that day or 70 pages for that day, I'll be sharing with you the lessons so that you can capture as much as possible. In today's review, I'll simply look at the lessons that I learned from this incredible book by the legendary Robin Sharma. If you don't have a copy of that book, kindly download it. I send it in the groups. Or if you have not subscribed to the groups, kindly check the links in the description. You get a link to a WhatsApp group. And if you don't prefer WhatsApp and use Telegram, there's also a link to Telegram. And if you love email, there is also a link that you can use to sign up with email, so that you can be receiving these books and these links and lessons right in your email. If you have not had a look at the book, that is The Leader Who Had No Title by Robin Sharma, here it is. This is the book, a very exciting book, and there are very many lessons that you can gather from this book, and that is why I'm here to share those lessons with you. The 4 lessons from The Leader Who Had No Title by Robin Sharma. This is one of the best books I will highly recommend to anyone who is aspiring to hone his or her leadership skills. Apart from being an interesting story to read, this book carries a load of life lessons and timeless wisdom from the legendary Robin Sharma. The main lesson of this book are embedded in the simple acronyms that will blow your mind away. If there is one of the things I love about this book, is that the lessons are summarized in acronyms. Very easy to recall acronyms that you can be able to memorize anytime. Whether you are an older person or a child, you can be able to memorize all these acronyms and embed those lessons deep into your subconscious. Here are the 4 lessons I learned from this incredible book. Lesson number 1, you need no title to be a leader. Most people believe that they need big titles and corner offices to be great leaders. In this fable, Robin Sharma insists that no title is needed to make a great leader. Instead, Robin suggests that great leaders are built by the acronym I.M.A.G.E. That is I-M-A-G-E. That is the first acronym I learned from this book. And the breakdown of the acronym is: I means innovation. The more innovative you are at what you do, the greater of a leader you become. That is the biggest lesson that I learned from this book. Secondly, the M, that is mastery. To become a celebrated leader, you must strive to become a master at what you do. Mastery is achieved by investing a lot of time in practicing what you do best. You must be able to invest around 10,000 hours in doing what you love. Do you love playing football? Invest approximately 10,000 hours. That is what it takes according to research. And 10,000 hours divided by 24, you will find the number of days that you need to invest into whichever skill you are good at to hone it and become a master. Authenticity. And authenticity is the key to great leadership, not titles. Be true to yourself by doing what is right even when no one is watching. And then G stands for guts, courage, guts, confidence. Call it whatever you like. This quality is what creates epic leaders. Without the courage to execute, results become invisible. And then E, we have ethics. Without a code of ethics guiding your leadership, it is difficult to progress successfully. By reading this book, I also learned a couple of other acronyms that I believe will be helpful to you as well. And the first acronym I came across is the BIW. That is best in world. B standing for best, I standing for in, and then W, world. Epic leaders apply the I.M.A.G.E principle or the I.M.A.G.E principle to become the best in the world at what they do. The second acronym is called FMOB, that is FMOB, and F stands for first, M stands for most, O stands for only, and B stands for best. As you apply the I.M.A.G.E principle or the I.M.A.G.E principle to your life, you will definitely wind up being the first, the most, the only, and the best at leading without a title. That is the first lesson that I learned from this incredible book, and I really hope that it builds you up. The second lesson, lesson number 2, turbulent times build great leaders. Tough times never last, but tough people do. As other birds perch into their nest to escape the storm, the eagle uses the power of the storm to soar even higher. The same principle applies to leaders with no title. Adversity only serves to strengthen their character and attitude. Here is the acronym that best summarizes this lesson: SPARK, or SPARK, where S stands for speak with conda, and then P stands for prioritize, A stands for adversity builds great leaders, R stands for respond, don't react, K stands for kudos to everyone. And the moral of this acronym in a few lines is that great leaders speak out with courage. They also prioritize to focus their efforts in areas of their strength. Adversity strengthens their character and attitude. They respond to circumstances rather than reacting when provoked. Lastly, they give kudos or appreciate every member of their team. Lesson number 3. The deeper your relationships, the stronger your leadership. People will never be concerned about you and your leadership until they are truly convinced that you care about them. The more you are willing to help others out, the more they will be motivated to help you out as well. Here is the acronym that properly summarizes this lesson, and the acronym is HUMAN, or HUMAN, as you can see in the screen, where the H stands for helpfulness, the U stands for understanding, the M stands for mingle, the A stands for amuse, and lastly the N stands for nurture. In a few lines, a summary of this acronym is: you must be helpful to other people if you are aspiring to establish a deeper relationship. Secondly, you must learn to listen to what other people are saying in order to understand them. Thirdly, you must learn to be social and freely mingle with people in order to deepen your relationships, hence your leadership. Fourthly, you must learn to amuse by enjoying every moment in your life. Avoid putting on a gloomy face always. It is often good to lighten your mood by smiling, laughing, and making humor out of the challenging events of life. Find a reason to smile. Lastly, learn to nurture other people. By helping other people develop in life, you will also end up developing yourself. Great leaders produce great leaders as well. Last but not least, the fourth lesson that I learned from this book is that To be a great leader, first become a great person. Great leadership entails becoming the person you like other people to follow. Leadership is not about position but disposition. Before others can start following you, you must be good enough to be a follower of your own. Here is the acronym that summarizes this lesson in the best way. And the acronym is SHINE. That is SHINE. And where the S stands for see clearly, the H stands for health is wealth, the I stands for inspiration matters, the N stands for neglect not your family, and the E stands for elevate your lifestyle. In a few lines, a summary of this acronym is: for a leader with no title, seeing clearly entails having a vision. You must know where you are going first if you want other people to follow you. Secondly, health is wealth. Invest your health by exercising regularly, eating healthy food, drinking lots of water, and remaining worry-free. Thirdly, learn to inspire yourself by reading books, listening to motivational speakers, and inspiring music. Fourthly, learn to be there for your family. Don't let work or position make you abandon your family. Give your family the attention it needs. Neglect not your family, because when all is said and done, your family members are the only people who will stand with you when everyone else deserts you. Lastly, learn to elevate your lifestyle. We only die once. Strive to get the best from life. Learn to enjoy the little luxuries that life gives you before you descend to the world of the dead. Don't refrain from buying that good car or that good house as long as you can afford. Eat healthy food. Travel widely to enjoy God's creation. Elevate your life by enjoying the fruits of your labor. Remember, you won't be here for long. In conclusion, if there's one biggest lesson that I learned from this book, is that you do not need a title to lead. Every person can lead wherever they are. It all winds down to being a person other people would like to follow rather than just holding a position. You can give someone a position, but you can't make them become a great leader. Strive to be a person of excellence if you're planning to lead with no title. Basically, those are a summary of lessons, the 4 main lessons I learned from this book by Robin Sharma, that is The Leader Who Had No Title. I hope you have enjoyed them. And as I said earlier, from now henceforth, we'll be learning these lessons on a daily basis, and I'll be sharing with you the lessons of the day on YouTube so that you can watch and also learn alongside each and every day. That is it for this video, guys. See you again in the next video, where we shall be reviewing the first few pages of our second book of the month, that is the 360 Leader by John C. Maxwell, and we'll review it on a daily basis. So stay tuned, and I'll be sharing the links in the groups. If you haven't joined any of the groups, kindly check the links in the description and join. If you prefer WhatsApp, there is a link to a WhatsApp library group. If you prefer Telegram, there is a link to a Telegram group, and if you prefer email, there is also a link to a mailing list where I'll be able to send you all those lessons over there on a daily basis. If you haven't subscribed to the LifeVersity channel, kindly pause right there and hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to share the video with your friends and encourage them to subscribe and to like the video. Also, like the video if you found massive value from this video, and stay tuned for the next video. See you again, guys, in the next video. May God bless you. Stay safe.